All right. So thank you for joining in on the interview with Bubbytaylor show. I give all glory and honor to God that makes everything happen in my life. It's so great to meet you.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
All right. I've been listening to your song Worth.
Yes.
I've been jamming it ever since I heard it. That is the beat is just hot, and then it just goes into like it's just hot. It's just fire. I just finished listening to it. So when you came up with that, what was going on?
It was at a time where it felt I was just trying to get to know myself, get to know more of my work to really understand, how it should probably move in a sense. So it was just more like a guiding stage at that time in my life with it. And I think it's something that everybody actually needs to know. People probably go through that same time of time, like what you really work. You need to know
Right.
your work stuff, your work more than you think you work. So it was something to bring about inspiration and stuff for a lot more folks.
Right, right. I like it. I like it. And I'd like to ask this question with the sensitivity, even though we got the N word, when you incorporate it, is it different using it now than when you used it before all of this racial explosion came upon us right now?
Well, I said to me, honestly, I wouldn't really say it's different. I just say that now is probably more obvious because the same thing that were there before in regards to it were always there. It's just that more light probably being shown in a certain direction of it. But everything that surrounds you is always there from the beginning.
So you said that all this excitement that they're doing, we've been through this already, so it's not really new to us.
Yeah, like if you really see how we look at how we move concerning it in a sense, we're not really moving any different towards it. It's not moving any like facing that in particular differently. It's like we always fought for it, just now we being televised. So yeah, that's the way I see it. What I see going
All right, that's what's up. So you're like a world traveler. Give us some of your background because you're just like you've been all over the place. You've done everything from even being in front of the mic to behind the mic, producing, writing songs. How did all of that start for you?
Well, I grew up in the Turks and Caicos in the Caribbean. So I was born in Florida, but grew up over there. And over there has a strong sense of musical background as far as like Caribbean type style music with the reggae, the calypso, and different stuff like that. I decided I wanted to be the oddball out, for instance. So um, I always loved music. I just loved energy being transferred in that form. And I was gravitated towards. So I started out DJing, working at the radio stations over there, getting stuff going on. And from there, I was like, I'm playing this music, but I feel a need to do more. So I just went on and started to create. So I started creating stuff and getting into it and realizing that I just had my talent for it. And then it's a talent that, in the words of the great Booth, said, I choose to nurture that talent and push
Right.
it up and push it more and started to get it to evolve and be better. So doing all those things and being on the island at that time, it was limited options on people to work with, and really there wasn't no studios here. So it's like
Uh-huh. Right, right.
you're gonna have to learn how to do everything yourself.
So you had to learn from the beginning all the way, everything on your own.
I made it my business to learn everything about it because I developed a love for it. I learned the engineering side, how to mix and master my own stuff. Start doing that. Uh, the marketing side of different ways to start getting the marketing side of it. And that's the part, the stage that I'm on now. But the production side, I'm learning about on the business side of it, the royalties and how percentages go, and which role is who, and learning all these different things. So, and knowing exactly how to try and put a team together and get stuff going. So with all that, I've been putting in a whole lot of time, and those things led me to do work with an artist called Magazine. At the time, reggae artist signed with Maybach Music at the time.
Right.
The track that I did with him, that I produced for that, and that was featuring Wale. It's called Black Panamera. So I did different work. It led me in different directions to do that type of work, engineering work and stuff, and basically do more work for my own self and continue to evolve.
Right. So when you started all of that, after you did all of that, is that when you decided that, hey, I'm going to jump on the track myself, or was that already your idea up front?
Yeah, it was. The initial idea was learn everything to support you making your own music. So
exactly.
Everything was based around that. Learn how to do your own video work. I went to school and learned the video work and did that stuff. So learn how to do all my own stuff to support what I want to do. So in having that goal, it pushed me towards learning how to do all these other things. So now all these other things turn into business outlets for me as well. So just pursuing what I want to do.
Right. Right. So with all of that going on, because do you think that artists should do that for themselves anyway? Or because not a lot of artists that I know, a few of them that I know, they want the manager to just handle everything and just place them at the right spot, and they just fall into place.
No, I don't think that. I think that if you really want to do something, you should at least know how to do it.
Just know how to do it, right?
Yeah,
right.
It's good. It's always great to get help, but you don't want to depend on something 24/7 for you.
Right, because if the help ain't there, you could pick up the slack anyway, because you know how to do that. So any artist that's out there listening, make sure that you apply this to yourself also, so that you know the ins and outs of the business.
Yeah, it's the important part of what you're doing. You're trying to get the job done. That's the goal. Get it done.
You said we getting the job done. That's just the goal right there.
Get the next step complete. That's
right.
No matter which area or what time or what level you're at, just get the next step complete.
Open the door. Right. So who were your musical influences? Who did you start out listening to? Your influences.
My musical influences, I had so much different genres broke and listened to. Some of the main influences were artists that probably I haven't heard about in the sense that they were artists back in the Turks and Caicos. Like we had, let me see, man, the guys saying, Every Man. We have different artists like that. These were reggae artists, reggae bands and stuff, and they are just some of them living legends. If you hear some of their music, they have such a different background type style of music. It mixes with a bit of American straight, a bit of a different island style to it, but it's blues. It has a little bit of hip hop, and it's a little bit of everything in it. So
right. So you add the island, the hip hop, and put it all together. So now that you did that, what flavor are you? If you was to have a flavor after you added the island, the hip hop, and mixed it all together, what's the flavor?
I just call that island energy. That's the island energy right there.
The island energy?
Yeah, that's the island energy.
Exactly. You should hashtag that. Everybody, that's the island energy. We're gonna hashtag that. When you mix the island and the R&B together, the energy that comes behind it.
Yeah, because music is just an energy that's transferred in that form. So depending on how good you were feeling or what you were feeling, you will have that energy mixed right up in that sound. Oh,
Right, right.
so when you hear that, that's what makes you, oh, this is a happy song. Or this is a good vibe. You
Uh-huh.
feel that because it, yeah, you know that
Yeah, I know about that island music. You know, my roots is from the island too. I remember growing up, my aunt, she always had the calypso going, and in the backyard, and every Friday, we always lived that lifestyle. Whereas my mother, she was more Americanized because she was
Mm-hmm.
like in the street working, and she was around, like, you know, when you in the world and stuff like that, you transform into what the world is back in those times. And then she was just working and she's doing her thing, where like my aunt, she kept that alive for us. You know,
Yep.
she was like, these are rules, this is what you're doing. But then when you grow up, you get caught up in like the world and whatnot. So sometimes it separates from you
Mm-hmm.
like that. But now as I'm getting older, every once in a while an accent may jump out
Yep.
and people like, where that came from? It's like, oh, I don't know. My mom's popped up in me somewhere.
Yeah, just hey man, we all the same people. We just grew up in just different places,
In
and we
different
got
places.
good energy. So that's what it is. That's damn. We got that. Hmm.
Right, right. So are you more of a singer or a rapper that can sing or
I can't. I don't even stick myself in a genre. I
oh,
can't
okay.
can't stick myself in a genre. I just like me. I look at it like this. I'm just going to create and make what it feels good at the time. So today I might feel like rapping on something. Tomorrow I might feel like singing on something.
Uh-huh.
And that's my energy. So at the end of the day,
Right.
like you hear it, you hear the song, you might like the vibe of it. It's either you're gonna like it or you ain't gonna like it. That's just
Right.
how.
It's either A or nay with the
Yeah,
music.
yeah, that's what it is. I'd be lying to you if I gave you something and said and say, oh, I'm just this genre when I'm doing all these different things. So yeah,
Right.
yeah. But I
Right.
just
So do you think
I'm an artist. Yeah.
right. So do you think artists should label themselves, or is that what like the industry does? Like when you see all these hip hop awards and this has got that category or that category,
Mm.
based on what you just said, do you think artists should just be like, look, I'm not a genre because like you said, one day I'm doing this, the next day this might happen. I'm
Yeah.
a mixture.
Well, it depends. You know, they got some artists who, you know, like how let's use the story of the Bible, but that Bible story that said the guy who had one gift, the five gifts, and the 10 gifts and stuff like that. So you got different people who
Right.
got different amount of gifts. So some people might just be stuck in one box, but I look at it,
Mm-hmm.
why limit yourself? So
Mm-hmm.
and why just say I just make just this type of music because that's what it is. Nah, like if you I like this music, but I like this other type of music too. And I like this how this
Right, right.
stuff sounds. And there's nothing telling me I can't make or do either one. It's either
Right.
gonna
You
come
said
out
I'm gonna do it all.
like
Right.
yeah, so let me test it out and see what it comes out sounding like. It may sound like something I like. If not, then okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool, on to the next. But you won't know unless
Mm-hmm.
you try to see what it is.
Right. So
Yep.
as far as instruments, what instruments did you start off first? Keyboards, drums, or did you just have like the whole system and went into
I
looping
actually I
and
actually
mixing?
started off with drums and the keyboard. Those
Oh, okay. So you were a
you
drum and a keyboard
yeah,
player.
yeah. I started off actually with the keyboard first. Um, like I just basically always played by ear. So I always
Uh-huh.
found melody and stuff like that, and that did. I learned how to play, how to read the music later on, but I just still would rather play by ear. And
Right. Right.
then got on into the drums. I actually learned just watching a drummer just play it. Then after I just taught myself just by watching. Got on there once,
Okay.
twice, and boom, and went from there. But yeah,
Right.
those two instruments. Hmm.
Right. That's what's up. Because you know, my ex-husband, he was a musician, so he like played all instruments plus a singer. So I learned how to play the keyboard, and his main instrument was the guitar,
Mm.
but he can do it all. And then we had a recording studio, so I picked up and piggybacked off of what he was doing. So being that he was a musician, my question is that, like down the years, because he was a musician, we always did like live music, and then we broke it down into the program.
Mm-hmm.
Then it switched into like after a while you start learning how to loop in to shortcut, the instrument playing and doing that. So as a musician, do you play your music and then, you know, lap it out, or do you loop it and add like other people's loops? Or is it a mixture for you to say, oh, I'm gonna start on this drum track and then I'm gonna add those horns from that
Yeah, like
program?
I do it, to me, just like I said, music is a feeling, so I do it either way. It just depends
Uh-huh.
on what I'm feeling at the time. But I prefer like just to make something from scratch. So I'll just go in and just feel something, hear like a melody in my head, and lay it out, and hey, lay it out
Mm-hmm.
on the keyboard with the pattern, and start to build more sounds and stuff on that.
Right.
Times I might feel like, hey, this track here just might need like a little sample, boom, and I'll put it in, and boom, or if not,
Uh-huh.
like, but I'll try my best to stay away from the sampling area because I
Right.
have my own full like feel in there.
Right,
Yes.
right. So is that because you're like a musician that, like you said, you're a musician really from the start,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
need it, add it, but I'd rather just make my own beat?
Yeah, because I basically was raised in a time like we don't really go about touching anybody else's music in a sense. I was just raised off of
Right,
that
right,
respect in a sense for it. So
right. Yeah.
so
Yeah,
yeah.
because being with my ex at that time, I watched him live the band life.
Hmm.
So each band had like their lane and you didn't
Yeah.
cross over it. But then, of course, as you grow older, that was like in the 80s and stuff. But when you got up into the technology and stuff switching and making it easier and auto tune and all of that.
Mhm.
So, mhm. So do you have some artists that you're working with too?
Yes. Other artists that I'm working with, other independent artists. I got an independent producer I'm working with. His name is RIG. He's back then the Turks and Caicos. Me and him, that's like my right hand. And me and him grew up working together, doing a lot of great
Uh-huh.
together. Also have Jay Shepard. He's actually doing a lot of great things right now. He's an artist from the Bahamas. Um,
Okay.
a great vocalist. He does great.
Hmm.
Also, Tico T. He's in the Bahamas doing work and stuff together with them. I also have a song that I did. It's called "Have It All," featuring
Hmm.
Carl Lewis. That's also an artist from the Turks and Caicos with featured guitar player. He was the guitar player for Prince. His name
Wow.
yeah,
Hmm.
his name is Quentin Dean. He's on that, and it was mass produced by RIG and it's a great project. It is out now. It's actually right there on all the streaming platforms called Have It All. Trust me, I think if you guys hear it, you will love it. Nice
All
story
right.
music. We ain't had a story, a story type rap, that type of vibe in a while, and it gives you that right there. That's what it gives you, that story vibe. Good energy.
All right, right, right. That's awesome. Everybody, y'all heard everything that he said. Make sure you check out Have It All, Having It All.
Have it all. Have it
Have
all.
it all. Make sure you drop me that in the message so I can,
Cool.
whatever you need for me to put out so people can follow and find you, I will definitely do that.
Will
So,
do.
being that you just said storytelling, do you think that's what music is missing? The
Yeah.
storytelling that people is just, and
Yeah.
they forgot like the beginning, the middle, and the end with the story.
Yeah. It's missing that story. It's missing the story vibe. Because think about it. When you had the story, it literally helps you to enhance your mind. You hearing
Hmm.
the story now, you're picturing something and you're seeing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like that instead of something showing you what it is or what it wants you to see right in front of you. It lets you
Right.
expand a bit more. So yeah, stories are what's missing. So that storytelling type vibe, that type of
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It is missing from it, I believe. The lyricism, in a sense, is there. We have a ton of lyricists and stuff, but I don't think they're getting as much shine as they need to.
Right.
And that there, it's a beautiful art. That's a great art, the art of lyricism. To be able to, twist and bend words, metaphors, similes, all that good stuff. And I'm thinking that is missing from the mainstream. If it was there in the mainstream, it brings back the heart of it, in a sense.
Right, like the passion, like you actually sat down and took the time to like think about what you was doing and write it, because like once again I was just call myself a singer and all of that. It would take me like weeks to write what I felt needed to come out. It wasn't like, oh, and then now you got a hit. It's a process. So you think the artists of these days, are they just in such a hurry to like get to the top that they forget about like the footwork, the process, the sitting down and I gotta think about this. I might have to look in the dictionary and look up a word type of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of them do. From what I've seen and noticed myself, a lot of them do. Like they're just concerned about doing it for the clout. Really, they just wanna get a little track out. Some people hear the track, boom, they get a little clout, and they good with that. A lot of them.
They don't care. Just give me a one-hit wonder. I'm good. Shoot.
Yeah, they don't appreciate the art of it anymore. They don't appreciate the art of it no more. And to me, if you don't love the art of it and you're doing it,
right,
I won't be able to feel your music. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's just how that go to me. So yeah, I think a lot of them, they're doing it, but they're not doing it for the pure reasons. So
right. That like the passion has left. Shout out to my honor boss 33. She hooks me up with a lot of artists. And
yes.
Yes, she sent you my way.
Yep.
She's out there doing her thing and whatnot, and she sends artists my way, and we get to talk and do this interview and stuff like that. So I always got to shout her out and keep her lifted up because it's like kind of rough out there, when you're a female. It's a male-dominated world.
That's a great person right there.
Yeah, she is a great person. Right. So if I put you on the spot for a song or a rap, you got something that's stored up that you can just belt out right now?
Loose cannon, I'm off of the wagon, beast mode. Flow summer, delivery bees, and heat stroke. Lead quotas, get money and touch those. I need nobody to tell me I'm fuego. Take up to church, I read them scriptures out the book of Deuce. I give them communion, let them sip a little gin and juice. Talk to the reverend, tell your hopes of meeting a legend and tell him all your intentions and stepping inside a brother's shoes. And watch him question, why you trying to lose your blessing? You ain't lethal as that weapon. You will never move those center block boots. World's mine for the taking, no method of persuasion. Just shake it until I break it loose from his roots. Contract hitter. The villain is here. I'm a demolition worker in a suit. Simple.
Awesome. That was great. All right. So any advice that you want to give to some of these artists out here? What would be some information that they need to know? Because I be telling people sometimes copyright, make sure your stuff like that.
All of that. My main thing with is the things that I think they don't mix up and don't understand fully is separation with your two teams. Like your legal team, one thing, and then after you have your production team. So sometimes they'll try to mix up and want to have people who should be on the production team on the legal team side. They're not getting the right people in the right positions in a sense.
Right.
So it's like I would tell them not just with the copyrights and stuff that is important, but try to go and learn more of the business side of it really. And do their best to educate themselves on it, to know, yes, you do need a man. There's a reason why you have these different people, and there's a reason why you need them on your team. Learn as much of it as you can yourself, but still have these people because you need these people. You need a team to do it. You can't. One man isn't an island. One man
Right,
is not an
right,
island. You're not going
right.
to get through all of this here by yourself because marketing alone is a 48-hour job, in my opinion.
Exactly,
That's just
exactly.
marketing alone. That's a 48-hour job, in my opinion. You're not going to stay up for 48 hours as an artist, do the tracks, and go do it marketing for 4. You're not
Right,
going to do
and do
all of
all of that. It's not going to work. So now you need a
that.
marketing team.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you need to if you're not going to get a marketing team, then get the people around you. If they really do support you, find out
Right,
and look and see what areas they're good in, and you place them in those little spots. You got to do it that way. So at the end of
mhm,
the day, if you can't afford the team, use the people around you and make your team. And who is not
right,
trying to be a part of your team, then that's who you do not need to be messing with. Simple as that. So you don't
mhm.
necessarily need to have the bread right off rip to try and do something if you got the genuine people around you. If
So if you
not,
got the right team that said, "Yo, we just gonna do
yes,
this and let the chips fall and where they lay and all of that," at
yes,
the end, we all win together. Because
exactly. Like
sometimes,
at the end of the day, when I look at it, we are the only ones that don't support each other in this way. If we
hmm
were to support each other in this way, it'll open up doors for us to get to a next step. Real
exactly,
simple. It's like, all right, you're good at what you do. I'm good at what
right,
I do. But what's the reason why we can't work together and be great at the stuff together to get into the next door? That's
at the
I
same time, exactly.
yeah,
Hmm
both of us, we're at the bottom together. We ain't moving to the next level. We both need help. We have the assistance that each other needs to help each other. Why
Right,
not? It ain't like we're doing better on our own, so why not
exactly,
try that
exactly.
option? Simple as that. That's just how I look at it. But that's the advice I would
Right.
give to them. Like if you don't have a team, you don't have that team, you can't afford to get the team. Look at the people that you have around you. Look at the talents that they do have.
hmm
Respect their talents, just like how you want them to respect your music, and now
Right.
that they'll work together. That'd
That's exactly right. All right. Well said. I like that. I like that. That was great said that way. So everybody that's listening, you heard that. You need a team. You can't do this by yourself. This is something that has so many different avenues. You
mm,
know, if you want to song, on the stage performing, you can't be taking your own pictures. So that means you need
nope.
somebody that's a photographer. So if
Yeah.
you got a homeboy, a homegirl, a sister in the crew that
If
been taking
they say
pictures
they
all the time,
this is how.
hey, guess what? That's your photographer.
Yeah, you got you. If they say they down for you like they say that they supposed to be, then
Right.
this even shouldn't be a question. It's
Mm-hmm.
simple.
Mm-hmm.
Like you actually seeing the talent in them that they probably don't see in themselves. Help them bring
Right.
it out.
Right.
Help them bring it out.
Exactly.
Help them help you. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
So why do you think it's so hard for us to help each other? I mean, that's like a lifelong question, but why do you think it's so hard for us to just like be like, hey man, I got you?
I think because we were just trained that way. Like from the time we were jits, what they always say, look out for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just like parents always drill that into us in a sense, like look out for yourself. You never heard no parents in the sense, in my opinion, ever say, "Hey,
Mm-hmm.
did you and Johnny get through today? Did you know that this here you guys got this here worked out? Y'all two got to work this out together." I never heard that too often.
Right. Right.
I
Right.
never
You
heard
don't hear that no
work
more.
together. I always heard look out for you. So I
Right.
because it
Right.
was drilled into us because from the time we were kids, it's
Mm-hmm.
there's something like stuck in our ways. We can't even answer the question as to why we can't work together.
Right. You're right. That's really an unanswered question because we say we want to do it, but then when we link up or connect with somebody, either something just goes to the left.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And the thing is, but then afterwards, the next thing is sometimes we work with folks and think that, all right, if it doesn't hit off properly the very first time, we like that's it.
Right.
Not everything is going to be perfect on the first run. Some
It takes a
gotta,
while for something to happen. You
yeah.
can't,
But we want that. We want that right away, right away, right away.
right, right. That microwave lifestyle. Put it in the microwave and it's done in 5 minutes, and we are a superstar.
Yeah. To build something, you need patience and unity. You need
Uh-huh.
patience and unity in order to build because everybody isn't going to work on the same pace as you. You're still going to have to learn folks and stuff like that. But just because you have to go through these processes doesn't mean you shouldn't go through them because you don't know.
Right. So everything is a process and a stepping stone to get to the next step.
Every,
So before the COVID, where did you see yourself in 5 years? And now that the COVID, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Has it changed anything for you?
no, it ain't changed nothing. It just offered like probably another little challenge. That's all it is. That's all it is. I look at life like this. Life is not discouraging. Life is just a challenge, and it just repeats itself with different challenges. So
Right.
you look at that and you keep going. If you're gonna look down on something, then you might as well just give up because you're gonna stress your own self out before you even start to even get anywhere.
Right. And then if you tell me now, you done stressed me out too, because I'm trying to help you figure out your stress.
Yeah, I'm about to be stressed out over something I ain't even did yet. Nah, let me try to do it this way. Just keep going. It's just another little obstacle. I just look at a problem. If I see a problem that's trying to present itself, I analyze it real deep. I analyze it deep. I look at it like, all right, how is this really affecting what I want to do? Find those areas and then get around it. Just get around.
Right.
Can't really stress on problems. They're gonna be there every day.
Yeah, because you can't get rid of them. They're just there. You're gonna fix them, and if they don't move, or you're just gonna stay stuck in that one spot.
Yeah.
So what you working on right now? What projects are you working on right now?
Ooh, I got a ton of stuff right now because I got like we did 2 videos the other day. Big up to Steph Shutter. You know, that's one of my camera guys and stuff too. We do a lot of things together. Got some movies and stuff coming out too. But yeah, that's we got Distantly. It's a great track. It's some relationship track for these ladies and stuff out here. It's gonna be nice. We have Vent. That video is already it's near completion. That's gonna be dropping soon too. Have different tracks. We got to go to the Turks and Caicos soon on a trip and do some shooting over there again because it's just a beautiful place. For those of you who have never been, you need to take a trip. Trust me, it's relaxing. The beaches are the beaches. We'll go to like the best beaches in the world a few times over. Trust me, you're gonna love it.
Right.
Yeah,
right. So is it like when you see the pictures and of the islands and all that pretty stuff, is it, and the water's just blue and green and
the
swimming
don't
with the
do
fishes?
Nah, the pictures don't do it no justice. The pictures don't.
Oh, okay.
When you get over there and you really see it, it's like you all the way out about 100 feet or something like that. You still seeing to the bottom of the water clear as day, like your hand is right in front of you. It's that clear and beautiful. It's a great place for creators to go to if you're just looking to detox from the world and create and stuff. It's a great sport as well.
Right.
Great.
Why do you think that, now that you said how beautiful it is, and then you know what? Every place around the world has its positive and negative sides. But when you hear somebody say, nah, we got beaches and, you know, swimming with the fishes and whatnot, why is it, you know, I guess it's just life to show like, oh, it's crazy out there. They don't have this, they don't have that.
You got 2 types of people in the world. People who's gonna fear everything. Then you got people. It's like at the end of the day, I look at it like this: if it's your time to go, it's gonna be your time to go. You ain't gonna.
It's gonna you're just gonna go regardless.
You're gonna go before that time. You are not gonna go after that time. You're gonna go all that time at that second. So why worry about something you have no control over? You gotta continue. You gotta live life and be happy. Be careful. Be safe. Yes, I understand all that, but you gotta be happy. You need to just do things and be happy. So I think when different parts of the world, like all these different parts that they will portray, like you see the media portray all the negative side of different parts of the world, is really to deter you from going and visit these other parts of the world. For what reason? It goes deeper than, deeper than that. Because you really, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to deter me from going here. But then when you really look at it and you really get over there and you see the spot, you're like, hold up. This is a great place. Why were you trying to stop me from coming here in the first place?
Right.
I don't know. It's just
yeah, that just goes back into a whole bunch of history stuff, and it brings another whole subject up. And
That's
I'm
crazy.
not gonna go there right now. I believe in the music and the love and the fun and everything like that that's going on. So everybody heard all the projects that he got going on. Everybody stay in touch. Look him up. L-32, a.k.a. Tre Deuce. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did. You said it correct. Yes.
Because I can mess a name up. So
I
just want to make sure I get it right. So tell everybody your links and everything again. Your Facebook, your IG, everything where they can check you out, plug in.
At L-32, aka Tre Deuce. All the music is everywhere. Spotify. We on iTunes. We on Deezer, Amazon Music, everywhere. You go on L-32, aka Tre Deuce. Got all the music. Check me out on YouTube. You will see all the videos and everything that's out. All the nice, crispy, clean, clear, great videos that I did with my good team that I'm telling you to put together. Yeah.
That team, right.
When you put a team together, you be able to get access to this. So now, I just got to make one more point, though. When you got a team that you have together, a setup, a good team, a cool team, and you're able to get stuff done, now you have as much limits as everybody else does. Now you're able to drop a video every week if you wanted to. Now you're able to just oversaturate and drop as much stuff as you wanted to right now. If you chose to, you give yourself an extra bounce with it. But it's just my thing. But yeah, L-32 AK.
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes. That sounds great advice. Exactly.
Yep, that's what it is.
Now, with all the interviews that you have done, is there a question that you feel interviewers haven't asked you that you're looking for somebody to ask, or did you get asked all the questions? Because, you know, there's like a format. You start out where you're from, your influences and that. Then you get back into a back and forth with each other. And then when it's over, you might feel, well, why didn't ask me that? So is there a question that interviewers haven't asked you that you want to ask yourself and then answer it?
That question that you just asked, I never even thought about it. Yeah, honest truth. Because usually whenever I get interviewed, it just like sometimes they'll try to give me the the format run. Sometimes they'll give me the questions beforehand. But I prefer to have it this way in a sense we're a conversation. So like, is any question that pops up, we're able to speak on it like that. But yeah, but I've never had a question that came to mind in a sense, that the interviewer did not ask that, was burning me. And I said, I wish they did ask that question. But you gave me to think about, though. Yeah.
That's right. You got to keep us on our toes too, because after a while I just be talking and we'll be talking all night. And you be like, wait, I thought it was an interview. It turned into a whole nother something. Like that. So is there anything else that you want us to know or anything like that before we wind it down or anything?
Yeah, I just have my brand new release that's out right now. That's the main thing I need you to know. The brand new release is called Tree Man, the remix. Right now it's doing great in the Bahamas. The Bahamas is loving it right now. The Turks and Caicos are loving it right now. I want you to love it right now. So,
exactly.
So you can Google it. It's called Tree Man. Tree Man remix is featuring Tico T, Jay Shepherd. The original is crazy. The remix is something different. We're about to get the video knocked out down in Miami, but I ain't gonna give y'all no more information than that. But it's gonna be beautiful. Trust. Tree Man.
All right, I'm waiting for the video now. As soon as you get that knocked out, like you said, make sure you hit me up, and then we can further talk about that. Maybe you might say, "Oh, I need you to ask me this," or I'm gonna ask my own self that and answer.
Yep, I got you.
At the same time. Well, I really enjoyed talking with you. I appreciate meeting you, and I appreciate you coming in on doing the show with me. And it was a lot of fun and everything like that.
Thank you. Same here. It's a pleasure having this conversation with you. It was great.
All right, so I'm gonna put the song on right here and let everybody vibe to it for a minute. And hey. It's the interview with Bubbytaylor, y'all. It's a Sunday show. I'm talking with L-32, a.k.a. Tre Deuce. What does that name mean? How did you come up with that name?
That name actually came about with the L-32. That part standing out to being like how I was raised. I was raised with my mother being like the closest relative to me in a sense. Grandparents. So those like the three people. And the two people that were probably the most distant from me in a sense would be like around my father and then my stepfather. So it's like that they're defining me as the L represents just one in a sense, just me. So yeah, it's family oriented and just basically based off of strong emotion. So yep.
All right. That's awesome. That's awesome. I like that. You know, we got to keep that family roots and, you know, instead of coming up with these crazy names that we call ourselves. Okay, let me get this up. You know, the computer always does what it wants when you don't want it to do it.
That's computers.
Right. So family, you got children?
No, I don't have any children as yet. I am married, you know, married, have a beautiful family here, but I don't have any kids yet.
Right. So where are you right now?
I am in the A here in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. We reckon. I know you was in the A. I had to tell you, come on over to the media center. That's this a place that I hang out with, and it's like a strip club.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they got the dances and everything like that. So anytime you want to come down and like do a show, you know, on a Friday or Saturday, because they always open. The media center never closes.
That sounds
Just
like.
let me know, and then be like, hey, I want to come through on a Friday and do your song and stuff like that.
No problem. That's what it is.
All right, everybody, here is that hot track that's out now.
Anyway, they resurrected the beast. Somebody pray for these hitters. Somebody pray for these women. Somebody hit them. Remember this how you they didn't upset the villain. Now it's gonna be a lot of drilling, a whole lot of drilling, a whole lot of blood gonna be spilling. Man, things I got to feel like I'm music possessed. Yes, I got music possessed. Can't you listen? I ain't never put that permission. So we do the position. Like a mix in the rhythm invasion. This been involved in the debaters, but these are the parties you claim. Should've eat fitness before you just shut with the bitches. They shouldn't be blaming. They shouldn't be fucking with balls. Now you got your loss. Pulling out coffers. Niggas be shouting like shorts. Tell them what it is. This will be slipping some more. That ain't no liquid to salt. Niggas be wicked the beats and the shit. That's what I'm bringing it up. It's that would be, but I always be wrong. Back to that marriage. Back to that weed in your pocket and come on the brand. But like that you thinking you lifting the hope that you thinking you fucking the man and you think that you win. One that I know that you win. One that goes soft with the beat. One that can bust out the loss, and the loss, and the one that I know that
Yeah.
Every day and every night. I know I deserve this shit. Yes, I know I deserve this shit. I know I deserve this shit. Yes, I know I deserve this shit. Difference between you and I is that you live in the fear and I'm ready to die. This nigga's ready to cry. Cause they realize I'm back at them. Cause the lies I want to them fuck with my phone. They can do what they want to, so fuck my eye. That's what I'm talking about. You roll up your mouth, you refresh me, I ain't always back to that money. Back to that, you roll that yen in that million, that honey, you do is a lot of money. Keep you far from the bottom to do something settle, my homie, I'm better than never. Never feel better than never, so what I ever just listen to you telling me that. You ain't in my profession, don't try to be better, but I would never let that guy down, I'm getting to my ex. How I live in my life, I put this way, I put this way, from the great one, you gotta know your worth. You niggas too raw for the shit. You better as shit. That's how you be rich and how you be making the live. It really be on your feelings like chicks. You niggas more mouse than Mickey. You will come my nigga, I'm fucking for Grizzly.
I like that part. You niggas more mouse than Mickey. All right, that's it right there.
Yeah, Worth. We got the producer. He just locked into RIG Music Beater. He's the one that produced that track. So yeah, he does a lot of different production and stuff like that for me as well. So yeah, great producer. Anybody, different artists out there, you need to link up with him. And also too, I do my own production. Link up with, like I said, we a team, so we got to look out for each other. That's
Right. Hey, I got an artist right now that need a couple of tracks.
yeah, that's how we do it.
Yeah, so send me the info so I can send it to him and he can hear what you got and we can just get it on.
No problem. Make it work.
All right, that's what's up. Everybody, L-32, aka Tre Deuce, on the interview with Bubbytaylor show. We're gonna keep following you. We're gonna support the music.
Great.
And we're gonna see you again. And hey, stop by on this side when you're on the east side. Let me know. And we stop by the media center and put a whole show together.
That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. I'm gonna hit you up. Yeah, remember, Tree Man Remix out now. L-32, aka Tre Deuce, everywhere. Y'all can find me. And let me know I can find you. Matter of fact, find it right in here. Y'all can go straight to my link now, and we in there. And the website's coming soon too. So yeah, I told you, get your team.
All right, exactly. And then y'all can find him on my page now, because now I know him. I'm going to be out there dropping the links as he dropped them, and we all going to support you from one place to another around the world, and we all going to make this happen.
That's that. All right, it was great being here on your show. I keep doing what you're doing because, you know, I support everything that you're doing. You're doing greatness.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. All right, and we'll be talking with you real soon, everybody. I'm getting ready to get tongue-tied. L-32, aka Tre Deuce. All right, y'all. That's what it is. It's another interview with Bubbytaylor show. We had a great time. We talked about all kind of stuff, the music, just general conversation. If you out there and you want to do a live interview with the interview with Bubbytaylor, just hit me up. Hit me up in my DM. Send me some pictures, a brief bio. You know, I got a blog page. I'm on the radio station with my good friend Gigi Wiz from LL Productions. Miss Gigi, she got her own blog talk radio station. So, you know, just a lot of things that's linking up and keeping us all connected. So, if you're out there and if you're in Atlanta somewhere and you just want to come and sit down and do a live show, hit me up. I got a spot, the media center. We can go up there and there's a strip club. You got dances and everything, but it's a little personal spot, you know. So it's not like a big club where you're going to think about it's a personal spot, but they be got it going on. They got a couple of stars, people through there and whatnot. So, you know, I like to shout out to everybody that I got Don Blow on my team. You know, he's a producer. He got his music going on. He out there making it happen. My Honor Boss 33, you know, she just teamed up with me, you know. So that's what it is. You got to link up with people and add them on as needed. And then, hey, mix it all together. And then you got that flaming hot pot. What's your flavor? Mine's is fire. I'm on fire. So I'm not going to keep it on too long. I'm going to just finish playing some songs here. Everybody, y'all have a great Sunday.